What's up, guys? Back here with another video, and I just want to talk about what is next for Teofimo Lopez and George Kambosos Jr. after their amazing fight that they had Saturday night for the titles that Teofimo had for all those titles at MSG and it was live on the DAZN. Both guys, did an amazing show of heart and determination and what it takes to be a world champion. Yeah, man, make sure, guys, to please hit the subscribe button, ring that bell to get all notifications, and let's get right to it. So, Saturday night, amazing fight. I feel like right now this is like the year of the underdogs. Right now, the underdogs are pulling up big and winning these big fights. Again, Kambosos was the mandatory for the belts or whatnot, and Teofimo had to take that on before he takes on anybody else. And what a fight it was here in New York City in the MSG. Nobody expected Kambosos to win the way that he did, or even drop him like the way he did in the first round. It was just a spectacular round that was. I felt like Teofimo came out a little too hard for his own good. I feel like he didn't fight smart at all. And ultimately cost him at the end. The fight went 12 rounds, split decision victory for George Kambosos. And for Kambosos right now, beating Teofimo in the fashion that he did, showing that he can be calm, relaxed, pick his shots, be really good at, I love the check hooks, I love the rights that he was throwing. And that's something that I said during the breakdown of the fight, that Kambosos has a really good check hook and a nice overhand right, or even a straight right. It was a fantastic fight. Again, I didn't expect Kambosos to pull the big upset that he did, but I always say I never count out the other person, because you can never know when it comes to the sport of boxing or any fights, whether it's boxing, MMA, kickboxing, whatever the case may be. When it comes to the fight game, it's super hard to predict these things unless it's something that is kind of obvious and somebody's not on the same level as you. Kambosos coming from Australia. Not a lot of people knew him in the States that much. That crowd, the commentators, everything was for Teofimo Lopez, the dispatch of George Kambosos. And when that didn't happen, and I was very surprised that Kambosos was able to take the shots that he did take. That was the only flaw I saw in Kambosos' game, is just like, eating those big shots doesn't, in the long run, that's not going to help you at all. But nonetheless, he got the victory over Teofimo. And again, he has big opportunities coming his way, or going to. Got Shakur. I believe Tank is in that same division. What you call it? This guy's name. Even Ryan Garcia throws his name in there. I don't know for what, dude. You haven't fought like forever. And oh man, that's a whole other thing I got with Ryan Garcia. But seeing George Kambosos versus Devin Haney. Again, Devin Haney has a fight coming up next with Jojo Diaz, which is going to be a great fight. But Kambosos versus Haney, that would be an interesting fight. Even with Shakur Stevenson, or even Davis, any of those top guys right now. Again, Kambosos was nice enough to, if Teofimo wanted the rematch, he would give it to him. He don't care. But I feel like Teofimo doesn't really deserve it, man. All that crap he's been talking, him and his dad. And again, Teofimo's a young guy. He can come back from this, And for Teofimo, I feel like for him, he needs to go up to 140. I believe Josh Taylor's at 140, if I'm not mistaken. Teofimo needs to fight somebody that can get him. That doesn't take him. Don't fight somebody that not really there yet, or just haven't shown anything to anybody. Fight somebody that can get you closer to a title shot with just a victory. Especially if you win in a dramatic fashion. I just feel like for Teofimo, I just didn't like the ending. The way he was, and the way he was just, try to steal the thunder from Kambosos at the end with the "I won this fight." No, you did not, bro. Like, again, I was somebody who was going for Teofimo, but I never counted out kambosos either. You know, so for hearing say that, you know, you're kind of a, you know, a dick, a little bit of one. You know, I just didn't like that. You know, a lot of people didn't. Just take the L. You gotta know how to lose just as much as you are winning. You know, if you can take winning all the time, you gotta have an understanding of how to lose, and you gotta, you know, even as a pro he was undefeated, but I'm pretty sure as an amateur he was not. So, you know, you gotta take the L. You gotta be a lot better with that. You know, he came up short. You know, and again, it's a tough situation for him now. He just needs to go move up, man. Just move up. 135 is being hard for you. Um, you know, you should have fought Devin Haney when you had the chance. Now that you lost the belt, that fight is like clean off. You know, no Davis, no nothing right now until you get back in the win the title back. For Kambosos, again, he has all those guys there at 135 that he can fight. Now, those fights I think will go a lot different than what he did against Teofimo Lopez, but I like the improvements that Kambosos did for the fight. He really took his time, and I mean, he had no choice but to take his time and to study Teofimo. And I feel like Teofimo did not fight the best to his ability. I feel like he can fight so much better than what he did Saturday. You know, maybe the inactivity, maybe not, but yet again, you know, it is what it is. Every dog has his day. You know, I feel like a lot of people was riding off the coattails of him beating Lomachenko. And whoever watched the second half of that fight or just watched the fight, you seen Loma was still in there gunning. You know, especially in the second half of the fight. Loma showed that Teofimo is a hittable person, you know. And Loma just respected the power from Teofimo coming from Teo. So it is what it is. He beat Loma. He definitely outboxed Loma. You know, it didn't happen so much against Kambosos. And I feel like if he would have just stood calm and maybe not stick to the game plan that his dad had, but at least try to box a little and get those shots to open him that you can catch him with the right, or you catch him with a shot that can end the night, you know, instead of trying to go guns blazing and praying for a shot that would land and put him out, which did not happen. And he dropped him in the 10th or whatnot, but, you know, it is what it is. So what I think is next for these guys, any big name at 135 for Kambosos is going to be possibly next for him. And for Teofimo, somebody at 140. I don't want to see the rematch with him and Kambosos, but if they do that, if they go that route, then it is what it is. I watched the fight again. It was fantastic. I think if Teofimo could just stay true to himself and not go out the way he did in the first round and just keep going, you know, boxing him instead of trying to kill him, you know, I feel like it can be a big difference if you fight smarter, because he didn't fight smart in this fight. You guys let me know in the comment section what do you think is next for these guys, and thank you very much for watching the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.